Hello and welcome to another episode of Seriously Doughnuts podcast. My name is Bola and this is the gorgeous
Abi.
You guys have been outdoing yourselves this week. It's been an incredible week on Instagram streets for us. We've had so many follows. We are so grateful. Thank you so much. Keep following, keep telling people.
Keep sharing.
Keep sharing.
Tell a friend still.
But you guys have been absolutely wonderful. It's so nice to have so many of you join our Instagram family. So, moving on swiftly, welcome to Tubi. For those of you that are on YouTube and Spotify, we love you, love you. Thank you so much as well. We haven't forgotten you. Keep watching our videos and keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. So let's get in there really quickly. Abby, what's hot this week?
What's hot?
Because you know Abby is the one that knows all the cha.
Do not mind, but like it's because of you guys. I keep scouting the streets of Instagram looking for something to bring to you.
Is a job.
It's a full-time job. I need to be paid for this.
I know, right?
But what do I have for you today? I think we'll start with a story about Veekee Genz. If you don't know Veekee Genz, I'm sure you all know Veekee Genz. She's one of the top designers in Nigeria. Veekee is known for her bridal designs, but she does couture for almost every celebrity in Nigeria as one of Veekee Genz' piece before. So why is she in the news? Well, another designer, maybe I think an upcoming designer.
Oh, I know about this one.
Copied. Well, should I say copied?
Should we say copy? We don't know.
I don't know the
Maybe
full
the guy
picture, but she
ever worked for her. Who knows?
Yes. It's a male here, so it's a he. I keep wanting to say copied. What should I say?
Did he take inspo or did he actually
he made an outfit that is exactly like the one Veekee made for the South African lady. I can't remember her name now, but it was a really special piece. And this guy made this exactly the same design without acknowledging Veekee Genz. And you know Veekee Genz has got her warriors on Instagram and they came out fighting for Veekee. Like, why would you copy someone's design and not acknowledge the person? And then I think Veekee, I'm not sure if Veekee released a statement. I saw something, but you never believe anything you see on Instagram except it's on the person's page, and I don't think it was on her page, so I don't know if she actually responded. Yeah. But you know how it is with these things. Once there's a controversy over especially when it comes to copyright, and you just have to be sometimes just stay quiet, because nobody knows where people get their inspiration from. But people have now come out to allege that Veekee actually got the idea or the inspiration for this particular piece from another designer.
Woohoo! So I know a little bit about this one, and as a designer,
do you think we should show?
Yes,
do you know the guys?
Yeah. As a designer myself, this one is actually a tricky one, because I think when I started to look into it, I think what really happened was that after Veekee Genz' army went for this guy, somebody goes in the comment box and says, actually, Veekee also got inspo from another designer. So apparently, Harris Reed had made this outfit way back in 2023, which is the mermaid side. And that piece is the difference, because what Veekee Genz ended up doing is dropping this mermaid piece down a little bit,
the apes, like it
pleating
started from
it,
the apes.
and doing beadwork and which is actually quite unique to
Yes,
her.
that was
However, this piece, the mermaid piece, is what really makes that dress, in my opinion.
a masterpiece. Yeah, that's what makes
Absolutely.
it.
So everyone was like, who's copied who?
Who's copying?
Can we really claim that the design belonged to Veekee James originally? However, as a designer myself, I know that we take inspiration from different sources,
And
buildings, nature.
don't you think that two people
life.
can even have the same idea
I believe that God
without
can give
even
more than one person the
yes,
same idea, but
without
the
even
interpretation,
seeing the other person's work?
yes, but the interpretation of that work will always be different. I find it hard to think that
There's no.
this one was a
Yeah.
unique occurrence. Having looked through Harris Reed's work, I've seen so much. In fact, it looks like the whole of AMVCA, INSPO,
They all came to.
they all came from this
to
guy.
copy their
Oh
inspiration.
my goodness. You know, I've always had this argument with one of my friends, Lara, that one of the problems that we've had being personally a victim of coming up with something that you think is innovative, you put it out in public, people come there, put Ankara on it, put Adire on it,
For that show,
spin it around, throw it up, drop it down, and then they have the audacity to say that is their design. So, who gongo is the owner of this dress?
Who is the owner of a design? Whose idea, whose original idea is it? We don't know. We can't, and I think that if Veekee really didn't say anything, that's the best way to go about this. I think designers should just shush about this. Oh, it's my idea.
Do you know what?
Because a lot of them take
it-
inspiration from other
absolutely.
designers.
You know, one
and-
of the things that happened this year that really, 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 just annoyed me. About 10, 15 years ago, I went to the forest and I bought some
this
embellishments.
I think you told me about that.
And 15 years ago, I used this embellishment on clothes. And then this year, or was it last year, some designer puts out some copyright, da 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 da. I'm going to sue you if you use this. And I called my friend that, what audacity. This thing has been in the market in the forest for more than 15 years. It's just got to Nigeria, and because of the lack of exposure, for some people, we're being sold ideas that have pre-existed outside of our world as innovative ideas. And I find it really, really upsetting because you find it so rampant, especially around, I hate to use this word, but maybe I shouldn't because I don't have energy for fight. Spoiled rich kid designers. Those ones that are able to travel, those ones that are able to take front row seats in fashion shows, they find ideas they like and then bring it back to Nigeria, make it in Adire or make it in Ankara, and then you now say it's yours. Come on. You could pull the wool over our eyes for a long time, but now people have exposure. This is the brilliance of Instagram. This is the brilliance of having this
TikTok
social
and
media, because
yes.
now people will be dragging you, baby.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think it's a Veekee James original? Do you think people should just shush and let these designers, because everyone is copying everyone?
Well, everyone's not copying everyone. Everyone's taking inspiration
Yeah,
from
they're
everyone.
taking inspo from
But
everyone.
please, when you get inspired from something or someone, just do the right thing. Acknowledge where your inspiration is from. Even when you go to fashion school, if a tree inspires you, they always ask you for your lookbook. They ask you for your inspiration. If it's a building, put it there that it's a building. because all of these spaces and all of this education teaches you that that idea did not just slap you. It came from, a pulling together of so many things that you've seen
Yes.
elsewhere without you even realizing
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And this reminds me of, I think there was a scientific test that they did a few years ago. They put some people in a car and they were in a taxi and they were driving somewhere. And all they were just required to do was to look out of the window. And when they got there, they told them to draw something. And
Different
even without
ideas,
them knowing, when
similar.
they checked everything they did, it was similar.
Yes.
And it was from things that they had seen
Yes.
on the drive there. So whether we like it or not, sometimes we take inspiration from what we see, and then somehow we get informed in our minds that it belongs to us.
Yes.
It may belong to us. God can give more than one person, but the
believe
interpretation, I think,
But
is always going
sometimes
to be different.
you know that,
But sometimes
this isn't yours, baby. Let's just let it slide. Okay, we'll let this.
I mean, you remember Ito Embassy back in the days when Ito Embassy, for me, apart from the market women that were unknowingly starting a trend where they wear Ankara, that mismatch, they'll just wear the first thing they see in the morning, make it pretty and show up because they had work to do. Ito Embassy was really, really the first person that mismatched, at least publicly in Nigeria. I remember making something I called Iro and Buba Reloaded then. But deep down in my heart, I knew I had to acknowledge Ito Embassy because she was the one that brought it to my consciousness. Until tomorrow, I always acknowledge her and say that it's when you were one of my inspo. But what I found within the Nigerian space is that when people get inspired, they will rip you off, they will make it better, and they'll make you feel that they'll make it theirs, and they make you feel like your competition.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's so rude. It's so bad.
It's so unnecessary,
and it's so unfair on the person that comes up with the original piece, because then they feel like I've been robbed.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of them come out with this copyright thing. But sometimes, please keep it real. There's nothing new under the sun. Imagine
But people copy even the streetwear or the street Zara would copy Chanel. I don't see anybody saying, "No, don't copy us." And so why is it different?
I
Please,
think,
maybe you would shed more light on.
I think ideally, what we should be looking at is that when you get inspiration from somewhere, number one, acknowledge is an inspiration. Don't pretend that
it's your idea,
it's your full idea. It takes away the credibility, of it all. My handbags, for example, my double-decker bags. When you take a look at it, you can tell that the original inspo is from the classics, the Hermes, the Kellys, the Birkins. There's no way I can wake up and say that, ooh,
it's all my idea.
So basically, my mind just took, from something that was already done,
and then
thought,
made it yours.
How can I elevate it? How can I, and then you sit down and you allow your mind to, just come up with more things around that. So it's not you going out and say that, oh, you had that idea first and anyone is proving anything. But wait, so Abi, I did one fashion show about a year ago. I hadn't even landed. The whole of Nigeria has ripped that kimono, But that's just for another day. Let's keep it moving, baby.
Let's keep it moving. And but you said something about the awards, AMVCA. We're not going to look at the awards fashion, but what did you think about what you saw on the red carpet, about the designs and about how people dress for the awards in Nigeria?
I think there are two ways of looking at it. For me, I love to see the fanfare. I love to see people dressing up. I love that they prepared for it. The only thing that I find a bit tricky is how come everybody only has 2 days? I feel like people like that. Oh, everything was made in 2 days. Did you not know since that there was going to be AMVCA? What they call that?
AMVCA.
Okay, that's number one. Let's put that aside. A few weeks ago, I told you how tired I am of corsets. I have to say that for this awards evening, I could literally park my annoyance for corsets for a little bit, because the people that wore corsets looked like they were comfortable. It was beautiful. There were different interpretations. But as we've all seen, please go and study Harris Reid's
and then you
Instagram,
see where they all got the inspiration from.
Everything there, it directly or indirectly, the floral pieces, the one that looked like you were coming out in bloom, and all of that came from him. It's incredible, but I think we need to start working towards a little bit of originality. I think now we need to open up our minds to possibilities so that we can be taken seriously on the world scale. In my mind, I think that Nigeria, Lagos, Africa should belong as a city or country or destination named for fashion. But I think for us to be taken seriously, we need to be innovating more. And people like Diola Sego back in the days were known for innovation. But yeah, that would be giving my age away if we start talking about innovative people like Diola Sego and talking about back in the days OGs like Adebayo Jones,
let's go back to
Adebakaris. Those people knew how to turn up.
I think I agree with you to an extent here, because I personally think that the outfits were not for an award show. They were too costumey.
Yeah, but I think that's what AMVCA is supposed to be like Nigeria's Met Gala.
No, is it? It's supposed to be an award show for movies and not.
But
they give them themes that are.
So they usually have themes, and they usually require people to make it vavavoom. Otherwise,
look at this outfit. This outfit is vavavoom, but this is for an award show. It's not costumey. This is what you wear for an award show. This outfit is vavavoom, but it's good for an award show.
So what was wrong with the others?
They were very nice, creative, but they were costumes. That's not what you wear for award shows, in my opinion.
That's subjective.
They were very good. That's why I said in my opinion. I just thought it gets too costumey. Look at this one. It's good. Maybe without all of the drama.
Why without?
At the back for an award.
We needed that drama.
For an award show. If it's a different thing. If it's something that is for charity, maybe a charity event that is costumey, or if it's an award show, let's face the movies. Let's face what we are there for, and not. I think the fashion somehow takes away from the business of the day.
I don't agree. I
just think it's too costumey. I love this. It's fantastic.
Okay, so the thing
not
is,
for a movie award show.
So
it's like people going for
we
the
don't have any other thing.
Then they should create something else for that. Let's face what we are there for.
No, I don't agree. AMVCA is known for being costumey, if that's what you want to see it as.
Okay, if that's their theme, that's fine. But if it's an award show, a movie award show, let's face the business of the
elevated, avant-garde nature of it, because it adds that fun factor. Don't forget that Nigerians dress up on the daily.
But did you see the dresses I showed you? That is like top notch, but they are for award show.
But it's for Nigerian weddings.
No, I do not agree. What I showed you is not.
Bad advice.
It's not.
AMVCA giving us the best goals.
No, please, no more costumes. Let's look very classy. Let's look nice.
Take your classy.
Face the movies and all the things we came for. Moving on.
Take your classy to church, take your classy to weddings, take your classy to other award events.
Giving us egungun costumes.
No.
Are we doing festival?
Yes, we are doing festival. One day you
Look at
catch
this
on.
one with moon.
But yeah, let
Come
them do
on.
moon. Let them do banana.
It takes,
Please.
this outfit is so beautiful, but
This
the moon
is-
takes away
no,
from it.
I don't agree.
Oh my
I don't agree.
goodness.
Maybe it can be controlled. She didn't really need the moon in that one.
Thank
But I
you.
love
She agreed. Did you hear her?
Just that moon.
That's what I'm talking about. The
However,
dress is good. That one is
look at
actually
that
good for
girl's
the
costume wear.
the one that something was twirling
I
around.
loved it. It's fun.
Not
It
for
gives us
a
something
movie
to-
awards.
It gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to look forward to.
Yes, it distracts from the purpose of the day. That is my point exactly.
This is why they don't invite you to this event.
Yes.
Because you turn up like this and the photographers will
No,
not.
I'll
listen to
take
her.
it up a notch.
Please.
But I won't be like, I'm here
guys,
for
come back next
the new
week.
masquerade festival.
Yes. In fact, AMVCA, please can you put /masquerade fashion? We love it.
Oh my
We
God,
love
guys.
it.
Let's move on
We
to
love
trending
it.
news.
We are not moving on until we finish. Let's call it masquerade. Let them call it whatever
Look at all the costumes.
Bring the fashion. Bring the
What
costume
about
if you like.
our darling papaya that came as a banana?
Papaya is a separate case. Papaya understands how to. Once you guys catch on with papaya, you'll understand. Let's go and check out papaya.
She should have even worn pawpaw instead of, like
papaya.
pawpaw.
Papaya understands.
Instead of bananas.
Papaya understands fear.
Please, let's not even talk about papaya again. Let's move on.
No, let's talk about the reason why she does what she does. She's intentional. And this is what a lot of people are missing. Papaya wears what she wears because she wants
the
you to talk
attention,
about her. She wants you to remember her brand. At some point, she can make the switch and become more conservative, more but by that time,
clean it up a bit, my
she
dear.
would have hit the targets of what she's looking for. But right now, she's working.
She needs to be tacky to hit that. As far as I'm concerned,
of people, even in the UK market, they started out tacky. They were paid three
and
girls.
then they cleaned up.
And then they cleaned up later. Papaya is controlling everybody. You think she doesn't know what she's doing?
This is hideous.
For you.
Look
and
at
everybody.
Did you see? For everyone.
You.
There's
for
not one person that
for
I've seen
you.
that said that, oh my God, Papa
Please go
is
to Papa. Let's just check her out. And
look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
It's what she likes.
Yeah, but it's not nice. That's what I'm saying.
For you, it's not nice.
I'm sure for her, it's not nice. She's just doing it for the attention, like you said.
But at least she's intentional and she's doing what she likes.
Good for you, baby girl. Keep
and
getting all the attention.
And she decides that, okay,
but please,
now I'm at the number I want.
Grow faster that we can see a cleaner, classier
Let
papaya.
The girl grow up at her own pace. Papaya, do you, baby girl?
Okay, guys.
Like, where the moon, where the sun.
We are going to trending news.
Wear whatever you like. Don't listen to this auntie. That's why they call her auntie. Do you?
Oh, auntie where? Who?
Auntie Neil.
Auntie Lulu.
Leave papaya to be baby girl. Papaya. Papaya, madalum. Okay, enjoy your life.
Okay, Papaya, enjoy. Wear your banana, pawpaw,
if you like
orange,
tomorrow, become an
tangerine.
orange.
Exactly. Enjoy yourself, girl.
Yes. That's better.
Okay, now we'll move to trending news. I'll start this by asking, what generation are you?
Much older than you.
Just say it. What's your generation?
That would be telling.
I identify as a millennial. I'm not one, but I identify as one because I'm just at the threshold. If you like, guess my age, I don't care. So that is what I identify as.
I'm not a millennial. I'm not Gen Z. I'm the mother.
I am a millennial. I identify as a millennial. Everything in me is a millennial. So you can't put me in that other group.
No,
I said this because the Genz's are getting married. Like the wedding we did 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
The hashtag JP24. We saw all the fanfare. We saw the Genz's are getting married. And there was another one yesterday, which is our trending news. And this one was hashtagged Lala for La La Land. How do I find this now? Okay, let me go to the page of the event planner, which of course was Sapphire Events. Maybe I'll get the hashtag from there. And this was the wedding of the popular.
Is that one person?
That's the bride.
Ooh la
beautiful. La. And Noella. she got married to Davido's manager, Asika. I think that's his name. I really like this guy because he's so cool. Stays out of the spotlight, just does his thing, and
Can
of
I see his
course,
face? Is that him?
let me look for our darling groom. So that's the groom, and his beautiful bride in Tabik couture, and he is wearing, of course, you should know who made this.
Yes, so the one and only
Ugo.
Ugo
Ugo
Monye.
Monye. You always know his face when you see, especially with the full skirt. I love them. Every guy looks good in them. And their OBO was on duty as the best man. And you
Yes,
know OBO, we
so
all love OBO.
Davido
He went
live.
and gave his, look at this picture of him and his,
Oh,
beautiful.
this is the one thing I
That's the
love
groom.
about David. David loves his crew. He loves the people he works with. He literally surrounds himself with people that he loves.
Yes.
And they love him right back. Yeah, 30 billion gang. They are real, like a proper
And
group of friends that
yes,
actually
it's beautiful to
respect
see.
and,
Yes. And of
show up
course,
for
the
one another.
fashion was fashioning. What do you expect in a Gen Z
But
wedding
fashion is always fashioning in
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Full
But
stop.
what I like about this one is it was a more sophisticated. Um,
Sophisticated. After JP 2025, everybody has to be sophisticated. When do you want to
no,
start?
that you know that these are. Will I say?
Oh, my
When you said I was
gentleman.
spoiled rich kids earlier, these are the ones. They are not loud. They're not trying to get followers. They're just spoiled or daddy and mommy is just doing the sophisticated, nice fashion. So it wasn't boom, we're competing for attention or trying to get, it
In
was
fairness, it might
clean.
not even be that people are competing for attention. It might just be
Well,
their
maybe, yeah,
personality.
yes.
It might just be
So look
how they've
at
always
the,
approached
we saw
life.
some good fashion there too.
Yeah.
But what, I'm looking for the video of when OBO gave his speech, and this was trending yesterday. I'm surprised you didn't see it. And he cried. OBO
I didn't
cried.
even know that wedding happened.
And he cried. Oh
Who
my
cried?
God.
Obio.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Baby.
this love kind of
He's just
guy.
such a baby. We love him.
Well, the thing is, one thing I love about, like I said about Obio, is how,
Look, let's see.
and I can relate
Can you
because,
see that?
oh, that's so
That's so
sweet.
sweet.
I can relate because this is how I live my life as well. I almost kind of like pre-qualify, and I don't want to say that in a nasty way, the people that are in my life, or maybe God and circumstances and everything pre-qualify the people that are in my
You allow
circle.
into your space.
And when they're in my space, it gets personal.
Yeah.
And when I talk to them about things of the heart, I really want them to win. And when they do, I can cry like Davido. So I can relate to him surrounding or finding that life and everything life has thrown at him has forced him to pick the right
Yes.
people in his gang. And because of that, they actually really mean something to him. What do you think?
I agree. I think he's got a solid squad now, and he's holding them there as he should, because it's hard
This
to
girl is
find.
beautiful.
She's beautiful. That's the bride, and she's in. You should guess. I need you to guess who she's wearing.
Diola
Of
Sego.
course. She's in Diola Sego.
Diola
And
Sego.
the mother that mothered them all.
The mother. Do you know I always say one thing about Diola Sego? Yeah, from back in the days. I always say that if she wasn't born in Nigeria, honestly, she would be someone like a Japanese I don't know, like a genius fashion designer, like what's that man's name again? The pleats.
I know who you're talking about. The
Oh
name
my
is
goodness,
just,
his name
yeah.
escapes me now.
Yeah.
The even bigger than Vera Wang, even bigger than she would probably be like Oscar de la Renta's creative director,
Yeah.
or she would be that person they go to like, mother, how should we take this? She's always been on the forefront. And even though she was the original spoiled, rich mama, she has always been super talented. She's one of the exceptions that her exposure was actually used to elevate her talent. It wasn't used to fool or pull the wool over anyone's eyes like, oh, you see somebody's kiniko and say it's yours. She would literally come up with incredible designs. But guys, you need to go and research about Diola Sego, the mother that mothered their mother.
Okay.
When it comes to design. Ha.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of beautiful ladies in the beautiful Ashwebi as usual. That's Nigeria for you.
That's your
a
class in Nigeria. That's not what you show up
Look at
AMVCA with.
New masquerade.
Yeah, Eshe, we like our new masquerade events. Thank you.
Well, look at this. You just look at this. It's classy. It's nice.
It's booby.
It's booby. It's a lot of boobs too for me.
Is that the bride?
No. That's one of the Ashwebi girls. They're the ones in green. So yeah, that was trending, and I thought we would look at some of the.
The thing is that Nigerian weddings, people will always turn up, and this is the thing I love about Nigerian weddings: the fact that you don't show up somewhere and people think you're overdressed. People expect you to overdress. Please,
you have to come correct.
You need to come correct for you to show that you not only love the person, you're honoring the person,
exactly,
and you're respecting that invitation card that was given to you because.
And what really amazes me is that no matter how dressed some of the guests are, no one ever outdresses the bride.
You can't
because it's just always
because there's this.
They always have this.
Even when a bride doesn't dress up too much, it's incredible how she
they just stand
occupies that light.
Look at this. She looks like a fairy here.
With a lot of baby oil.
Yeah.
And baby oil has not been doing really well in the press.
That's when I looked at you. That's why I looked at you. That we're not going there, please.
But look at that neck. Kilo day.
Anyway, so it was all about Lala over this weekend.
Is that the girl's name? Her name is Lala.
No, I think that's just the hashtag. I don't know why. So you had a lot of people supported Asa. I don't know how to pronounce Asa or Asha. Okay. But I like the guy and we wish them well. And that's
Congratulations, guys.
For trending news. We'll go straight into our hot topic, main topic today. And it's good that you were talking about friendship because we're actually going to be talking on friendship today.
Let's do it.
Oh yes, evolving. Let me take this to our page. Let's not leave it here. So
a little kissy.
So our topic today is the evolving nature of friendships.
Woohoo!
Because friendships, any relationship we need relationships to survive, to exist, be it friendships, be it sisterhood, parents, everything about human life, living is based on having relationships. And
Absolutely.
One of the most important relationships is that of friendship. And it's something that evolves over the years. You gain some, you lose some along the way. You start, of course, with childhood bonds. And these are the ones we call family friends, the ones that maybe your parents were friends and then you grew up together and you've known them basically since you were in diapers, And then you go from that to teenage years. And most of that, you form them in secondary school. And I think secondary school friends are some of the tightest friendships some people have. Because I think then you are more informed. You choose your friends. It's not like your parents. It's not like childhood friendships that is based on our moms are friends, and these ones are people you've selected yourself. and you've gone through your
I think secondary school and university.
University for me would be like my...
Yeah, some people from secondary school, you really needed to be in my circle,
Yes.
or my class, or as in my class designation, not class.
Oh, I get what you're
whatever.
saying. Yeah.
So yeah, friendship is like a really, really important part, like you said, of our lives. And for me personally, I think I overthink friendships.
Really?
In
what way?
I do. I think I overthink it because I'm that person that has clarity as to who I call my friend. So, and I think we touched briefly on this thing about age, and even though I was being cheeky and all of that, I think my age plays a lot into where I am now. When I was much younger, I loved the idea of everybody being described as my friend.
I think I need to stand up for a bit.
You got a little bit of pins and needles?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Old girl, auntie is got some pins and needles. This is how I say, yeah, let's stand up for a bit. Let's exercise.
Yes, guys. Oh my God. What do we do?
Okay, so this is what I'm saying about.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you good?
I think I'm good, yeah.
Okay, so for me, like I said, just being and looking at my age now, and you say that waiting Musa no forget. So people that I've allowed into my circle and called my friends have done things that in my mind a friend shouldn't have done. And so along the way you start to cut down this friendship box. You start to, and then clarity starts to come in as life issues fall in place. And then you start to define, you ask yourself, Abi, what does friendship mean to you? I remember one time I was in hospital for a little bit, and I shouldn't, but I think the time I was there and people that I would ordinarily call my friends did not even know that I was missing for 3 weeks. I was missing for 4 weeks. That was a slap.
But then again,
that was like correctional theater for me.
3 or 4 weeks is a long time.
If you haven't really been in someone's life long enough, and our connection is only when we go out, when we have events, when we have this, and when we have that, is that person really my friend or someone I know? Is that person really my friend if something happened and I cannot call you and know that you're going to show up for me? So I started to define, and I think that, like you said, it depends on where you are in life.
Yeah.
As you grow older, you start overthinking, or you start getting wiser. It depends on how you want to think about it. I want to think that is the wisdom
something
bit.
You said too. You have friends for different seasons, and then for different activities, I would say. There are some friends that when you want to relax, you know that this is the person to call. There's friends when you want to, we need to kabash, you know that this is the friend you call. You know, there are friends that when, there are friends that serve different purposes or different purposes.
Do you know what's helped you define that? What has helped you define that is the fact that things have happened.
Yes.
That have pre-qualified these people.
Yes.
And so everybody starts out with this bag of chips. And then as life shakes you, the ones that sift through, you know that, if we need to rock, these are the ones. When the going gets tough, these are the ones. That, when the rubber hits the road, these were the ones that were left in the bag. And when it comes down, it's like disciples now. There's the 12, there's the 8, there's the 4.
They had the 4. Even from that point, I can say there was another 2. That was more.
And it doesn't disqualify the 12.
Yes.
But the ones that, are really your inner caucus will show you, and life will show you where you belong. So I think the graceful thing about it is just don't fight it. Don't call and be saying that you didn't call me. You cannot qualify anyone by jacking them and saying, call me. those
Call
phone
it
calls
work.
could work because even when they call, it's not going to gel.
But you know that things affect friendship that would make people like the people that didn't know you were in hospital for 4 weeks or 3 weeks. It's not like they are not your friends, but
And it's
you
not
know
like
that
they don't
because of
care.
our busy lives, maybe they were going through stuff
Absolutely. And
themselves,
this is where I'm
long
saying that.
distance, career, family responsibilities, different things come in that
And to be fair, that is justifiable to an extent.
yeah.
Because, like you said, they too are going through their thing.
Yes.
You're not showing up for them.
Exactly.
They're going through their own 4 weeks of God knows what, and they're
Yes.
thinking that where was she?
Exactly.
So it's mutual.
So is who you let in. I'm sure you would have, there are some people you would have contacted to say, this is what I'm going through.
And then there were some that I didn't even call, and
But
just
they reached
because
out, yes.
of how our P is normally, it's like, if I don't speak to you for a week, you're going to know something is wrong. No, and I'm not even calling you a friend.
Exactly. No, but we've got,
You see how I
we've
daggered
got
you?
our own situationship.
Did you see that uppercut I gave her? No, but I love you. But
Of
we
course.
touch base.
Of course, we have to.
We're connected.
Yes.
If you don't speak with me, or I don't speak with you for a week, I know.
I can't even get you. For 2 days.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's the dynamics of
Yes.
where you are, what you're going
that's
through.
That's just it.
And if I'm missing in your life for 4 weeks and you don't even know I'm missing, am I really playing a role in your life? Apart from when you have a party and you need to show the world that
I've got my own.
we're killing
that
it.
can show,
And we all have that place as well, because we all have this thing where, and it's a beautiful thing. And to be honest, we were never created to be alone.
Oh no!
Even if you look at the flowers, the lavenders,
that's why
together.
God created Eve, because He said it's not good for man to be alone.
So
that's why Jesus had disciples Himself.
Absolutely.
He can't do life
So
alone.
I'm not justifying cutting anyone off. And in fact, many times I always hate these motivational speakers that will be like, cut it.
But what if things happen that require you to cut people off?
That's different. So events will happen that will show that perhaps this person is not a friend. Perhaps this person is here for other reasons. But like that person that you think you don't need now might come in handy later.
Yes,
because you've built that relationship and you can just call them out the blue.
They can always come back. You let go of some, but then sometimes they come back into the picture later in life.
They come back into the picture, or even might just help you feel it. It's like, I've known someone for like more than 20 years or so, and the last time we touched base, we were all like growing up, and that person has become somebody in Nigeria. And then I had someone that needed to get into that space. And I was like, I have a friend that does this. Mm-hmm. Even though we hadn't spoken in 20 years, I knew that we were going to still vibe like, dude, man, how are you? How you doing? I'm sending someone your way. Extend the love that you give me to that person. Yeah. And they show up for that person. That's still some kind of friendship.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
But it's not the, as Yorubas will say, because exactly, you stole that from my mind.
Korikosu kojekomu. We have to sing that. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìfẹ́ láyé bí àdánwò ni. Okay. Mo fẹ́ bá ẹ darúgbó. Mo fẹ́ bá ẹ darúgbó. Yeah, I know, but it's the Korikosu that brought it in.
Yeah, so it's levels, but for me, I think as I've gotten older, I've just I need to relax more. Maybe I need to go on holiday a little bit more, because
we all do. I want to take me with you.
I take things so seriously now. I'm like, even before I have close friends, and I have a few friends, I take them to church and go and see my pastor first before you kill me.
Why is that?
I'm just I just because the things that mean a lot to me. Let's pray together first.
Yeah,
That matters to me.
of course.
Let's hang out together. Let's see if we can vibe. Because the things that will come out of my mouth, if you're not or exist outside of that picture, you're going to think I'm cuckoo.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me something and I don't know what to do and I say, let's pray about it, I'm going to sound a bit weird if you're not a let's pray about it kind of person.
But you'll be surprised. Maybe that's what the person needs to become a let's pray about it person.
Yeah, but
I get what you mean. You know,
I'm too
it's
old now. My
important
husband is always
to
reminding me
vibe.
that my husband, if you want to grow up in life, just go and hang with him. My hubby will be like, Bola, how old are you now? How many years do you think you have left in life? I'm like, dude, be calming down.
Please be calming down.
He's like, just, do what you gotta do. Face it. Stop faffing around. My husband is like the boardroom type person that, dude, everything, if you think I'm serious, my husband is serious for a thing.
Serious.
Is your husband anything like that?
Oh, yes.
Are you serious?
Very, very serious.
Dude, man. Yeah. Emma
extremely
down
extremely serious.
So what kind of ultimatum does he give you? My own would be like, just do this. Get on with it. I'll be like, but I'm not like that. You have to grow. You have to become like
Mine
that.
Mine is similar.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I'm the more like, oh my God, am I sure?
I would have thought you would be the more boom, boom, boom
so?
kind of person.
No.
Yeah.
My husband is boom, 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 boom. Okay, why not,
if you could get away with it, my husband will have a spreadsheet for my life like, boom. On Monday.
Similar.
Be serious.
Okay, but what about, there's a new dynamic now, or a new kind of friendship now, digital friendship.
And he just flirting.
You think
it's
fake friendship? Do you know, from interactions online,
I'm dodgy.
People have now made friends online.
Sorry.
That's what I mean. And from just
no, I thought you meant
a comment
like,
here and there, and then you
going
find
up
that
and just messaging each other. That's why I said that's
the friendship one is made from
social. You mean like I've got lots of social friends, and I love them to bits.
Yes.
I love them to bits because I feel like they're the next level friendship.
Yes, because they see things that they like in you. And so it's it's almost deeper than getting to know people.
Well, just fix yourself. Don't think it's deeper because it's what they see, right?
Yeah,
they don't
really
know. So people see you and they think you're this, and they like that. But the other ones, they know you, the real you. They know that this Bola. If you tell her 12 o'clock, she'll be there at 12. She'll be the first person there, and she'll be calling everybody. Where you? They know the real practical you. But the ones that see you online, there's an aspect of your life that they like.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I always tell people that socially, you see 1% of my life. People always think that I'm really out there. And it makes me laugh because you actually only see 1% of my life. But that 1% of my life always looks like it's grander, it's bigger, it's everything.
That's why everything looks on social media or on screen. Or people think, everyone is living this fabulous life, or it's just people just let you into a little
and
bit
to be
part
fair,
of their lives.
fabulous is again subjective. So you might just think, this little thing. That little thing might be somebody once a month, shenanigan for someone else. So, but 1%, sometimes we will judge it. But I have to say that when you have friends on social media, I feel like it's an extra blessing because they see you through fresh eyes. They're not, see finish as no entire. So they're giving you grace. They're like, oh, you're so sweet. And you get to experience that whole freshness that you've probably lost with your old friends, and they're like, Bola is posting again.
Bola
Bola is posting again. I'll check it later.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones that you meet
she's
socially, she's
posted.
like,
Oh,
let
what's
me
she
check.
up to? Yeah. Yeah, I get
So
what you mean.
and that freshness is nice.
Yes, it is.
Because
nice.
it keeps you on your toes. It makes you want to keep giving. And sometimes the fresh people pour into your life. They remember to pour into your life. I have quite a few people in my inbox that I'm so grateful for. There's a lady called China. She comes into my inbox, like, she just blesses my soul.
Oh, that's lovely.
She'll
China.
just message me and
Nice
say,
one,
thank
China.
you so much, China. She just blesses me. I've got one decor. I've got quite a few. They pour into my life.
That's good.
And they're like, oh, sis,
my own friends, and for you guys are not.
Are you not giving?
You're not giving me love.
Thank you, all of you that pour into my. They'll just, one day you just be like, I'm not posting again. You just see Tommy. I think it's her name that Defila. Tommy will just message and be like, my funky sister, and I'm like,
lovely,
I need to
Tommy.
post again. And China will be like, you're blessed. And Maureen will be like, Bola, you're just so lovely. And I'm like, Maureen,
you
say
see,
it again.
digital friendships are good.
And it just really revives you.
It does. That
Whereas my other friend will be like, Kilos post lady. Show the post. Then they'll be like, oh my goodness, how did I end up with you guys?
Okay, so let me ask you about loyalty in friendships. It's a very dicey one because to what degree, or to what, that especially when it comes to picking people's fight and expectations when it comes to siding with your friends, and how do you think this should be explored, or how do you think it should be tackled? Or
sorry, my eyes have been had quite a few dramatic issues this week. So yeah. Sorry, the question was
loyalty in friendship.
Loyalty in friendship.
How should it be? The expectation of having one's back. Loyalty. How much? Yeah, but to what? How
a very
picking.
Very
oh, really?
degree.
So
However,
you are one of those that feel that if you're not in talking terms with someone, your other friends too shouldn't. Just things like that.
No,
how should?
Not that kind of loyalty.
Yeah.
So my own loyalty is. So, for example, now, how I feel like we are, and then I go out and someone is dissing you, and they say something that I know that Abi probably said it. I would never, ever,
of course,
be like, yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be like, my Abi, it's not possible.
Yeah, you've got to stand up for your people. Yeah.
And then I'll be like, Abi, what's in Jack, girl? As in, I know you said it. But I will not be the one outside to throw you under the bus.
Yeah,
that's what loyalty means to me.
That's friendship. Really.
But if you came to me and said that another person I know did this to you, I'm going to be like, really? But I will not necessarily stop talking to that person.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't do that. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I've gotten in trouble.
I always say that
with my friends a lot, because
maybe I would stay, but I would not use that to
against that person. And I feel like I've let down a lot of people, because the best I can do is just step back a little bit.
Exactly.
And just
out of respect.
Out of respect for you.
Yes.
I might step back a little bit.
But
if that person calls me, I wouldn't be able to be like, I can't talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be able. I'll still want to hear that person's side. And if I had a relationship with that person before, I'll still vibe up the person, but I'll do it in respect of you. So, for example, if I went somewhere with you and that person is there, and I can't sit with both of you, maybe I might have a drink on my own. I'll just find a way to be like, I ain't gonna be part of this drama. I might either try to pull you guys together. If it's not working, I'll kind of find a way to not make it look like awkward, I chose you or chose the person. Because I want people to always know that, especially people in my circle, people that I love, that, look, I love you no matter what you're going through, no matter your choices. I respect your choice, but don't expect your choice to be my choice.
Exactly.
I want that person to show me that person is the devil, and then I'll believe.
Exactly.
But if I haven't given that person that opportunity, because people have said things about me that were never true.
People can be terrible,
people can. Did I ever just you about what happened? Crazy.
So basically, in really friendships, always give room to hear from the other party.
Give room to hear.
Yeah.
Give room to experience. I mean, guard your heart.
Of course.
But give room to actually,
and then
like
try
I said,
to
and try to make them come together. But yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, what else about friendship? Just like we've been talking about marriage.
How long have we been on this? I think we've done like 10 hours, it sounds like.
Yeah, so keep your friendship, your teenage years friendship, adult friendship, digital friendship. Friendships, it's good to have people in your life that you can call on for support. Yoruba say, in your lasho me.
Absolutely.
So,
and you know, when you said that in your lasho me, it reminds me of Uncle Daily Momodu, and I want to seize this opportunity for us to say happy birthday, happy birthday, Mr. Daily Momodu. This is one of the things I learned from him. I worked with Mr. Daily Momodu some years ago.
Oh, you did?
And one of the first things he taught me is that your investment in life should never be in looking for money, properties. Your investment in life should be in the people around you. Love them, respect them, show them you honor them. And somehow you will never need a thing in your life.
Yes.
You will never need a pound. And I've seen it work in his life. And the time I worked with him, I took it away because I've seen it work for me as a person. If I needed anything now, as much as I think I don't have as many friends, the people that God and circumstances and life has surrounded me with are more likely to want to help me than not. So whilst they might not be my inner caucus, I've kept them.
Yes.
I've kept the honor. I've kept the love. I still show up for them. I still do the party things. I still do the naming ceremony without trying to put too much expectation. But when it comes to, this person is doing something, you will find that you will never be naked.
So,
yes,
make sure you nurture your friendships.
I feel like I've talked too much about friendship. You go.
No, I have. I did say something.
About it. No, you didn't say anything about your friendship.
I have very good friendships. Some from childhood who I've held on to. Few ones though, but
have you found the need, like how I said, to pre-qualify or have there's a Yoruba saying that says that you can't be friends with the same group of people for 20 years. I have been.
Yeah, that's why, because I have
what's your story around there? Who have you had to drop anyone along the way?
I've had friends that very few. I don't fall out with people permanently. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to keep malice. I don't know how to. Some people have done some maybe I'll stay away for a bit. And then it will never be like it was before, but I will never caught someone
How would you define those periods of what's it called, silence?
Just not have anything to do with them. Just because if you've hurt me, when you guys come but I never try to get you. Even some of our friends, like if someone has done something bad to me, so other friends, mutual friends, they wouldn't even know. Sometimes they'll say, this person, you never said anything. I say, yeah, because I don't want it to affect your friendship with the person. This is our business. So I don't expect people to pick fights or to pick sides because of if I'm having an issue with another person. I don't burn bridges. Have you
ever had a situation where you had to exit a friendship and then somehow life brought you guys back together and then you were able to get past it? Is it possible to be able to rekindle?
Oh, yes. I think it's very possible to rekindle relation. Because for you to have been friends with the person in the first place, there must be something that you guys have that you have brought you together. And if something happens, people make mistakes. I'm a big person on giving someone a second chance. So if they've made a mistake, and which is why I say I never fall out permanently.
What do you
maybe
think
stay
about what
away.
Oprah said, that when people show you who they are,
It's
believe
really,
them? What do you think is a bit too
I think it's
drastic,
too
or is,
drastic.
yeah?
People make mistakes, like I said, and some actions are taken out of maybe desperation, or maybe they're just in a tight corner, and or just maybe they just made them and they regret it. It doesn't mean that that is who they are. People change. People are sorry sometimes, and then you could rekindle such relationships. I've never had to do that, but I can if something like that comes up. I'm big on giving people a second chance, because I would want to be given a second chance if I mess up. Anyone can mess up, so that's my own take
Are
on.
you the kind of person that would talk through an issue? So, if, for example,
Yes.
something happened and that upset you, and you literally wanted to give up on the friendship, would you talk about it? Would you?
I think
Have
one
you ever
should.
broken up with like a friend, like official? This is it. I'm not talking about a guy friend,
I
like
know,
a
I know what you
girlfriend.
mean. No.
I have.
What happened?
Um,
If you don't mind me
so
asking,
many
if you don't
things.
mind us asking.
So many things. Like I said, I think I overthink things,
Yeah,
and I have ideals around things, and I'm very
yeah, as
clear.
we should all
So I'm
have.
like, my expectations here, da da da
Yeah,
da da. But one of my weirdest expectation is mutual respect.
yeah, it's important.
I hate it when we're rude to one another.
Yeah,
I hate it when there's no, there's like a bloodline, blurred, as in BLURRED, as to how we speak to one another. I don't know how people have those friendships where they say, we're,
yeah. So
yeah.
no,
I don't know how to have those kind of
yeah.
friendships. But, or they'll say, oh, there. Or they'll say, ah,
Well, I can tell you I'm mad, kind of,
yeah, but I don't know how to have those
I can
friendships.
do, like maybe if my friend should tease
And
me and
it's so
say
weird
you're not
because
well, things that,
yeah,
yeah,
but
that.
this is the thing. I think I'm going to blame my dad for that. Daddy, this is your fault. Because I remember when I was growing up, I was happy-go-lucky. You could just say that,
Yeah.
Odelele Joe. And this,
No, I think
my
that's
dad
a
would be
bit
so
extreme.
angry,
I wouldn't,
or would be like,
Daniel,
oh,
no, like
this,
why?
that. And he used to really wind my dad up.
Yeah.
And he never allowed us as siblings to speak to one another.
Yes.
And I think that way it extended into my relationships.
Yes.
So when you start having like conversations where we're being abrupt with each other, you're like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's
all those kind of things.
yeah.
Or I do things for you and you forget to say thank you.
Yeah, no, that's taking.
I remember like those kind of things I find personally disrespectful, hurtful, and I like I say, don't judge me. I overthink. And this is part of my cross in life, but I'm happy to bear it. But those kind of things, I could literally be like, I love you, but
Bye.
I'm
out of here.
I'm having to spend 30 minutes to get over that first shut up. So I can't even carry on the next line of conversation because that shut up has killed my emotion.
Yeah.
It's killed my wanting to be with you.
Yeah.
Because as a human being, you have not poured into me. You just shown me that you have no respect for me. And it doesn't give me a basis because I always need that basis that I love you, you love me. We're starting, we're building something.
We can flow.
So sometimes I need to establish these things. So I'm the weirdest person when I start relationships because I like, okay, want to be my friend? How about if I tell you how weird I am first? No shut-ups, no this, no that.
No, Daniel.
No, Daniel. I would never speak to you in that way.
No, I think
And then one of the things I always chip in is, at the minimum, speak to me how I speak to you. If I say oh there, return that energy. But I will never say oh there. But the energy I give you is not because I cannot shout. It's because that's the energy I expect back.
Yeah.
So I think that makes me and our conversation a bit not so sweet sometimes because it almost feels I don't know. As in, I'm not saying you and I. I'm saying my conversation with the world on a wider space
No, as long
seem
as
like
you're getting the
I'm
same
walking away,
energy from whoever.
But
it
some
is,
people just find like that
no,
whole,
that's how some people flow, and
you
that's
know, and that's
fine.
their flow.
Yeah, and
That's their flow,
yes.
and they don't mean any harm.
Yes, that's
But
how
I
some
find
people
it
flow.
really harmful.
Yeah, and that's why people surround themselves with people that are similar, people that
Yeah.
you can you see a bit of yourself in, and you appreciate each other
Absolutely.
and respect each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are your friendships like? What do you think should be a no-no in friendship? Do you think do you cut people off
Do you
completely?
pick qualified friends, or you just let
No,
life?
I just let life. Yeah.
Don't run away from
Well,
me. I'm not as great as
I've got
I've
lovely
said.
friends. So all my friends, you guys rock.
You my friends to rock.
You guys rock. So on that note, I think we are going to call it a day today. It's been a lovely
You guys have
episode.
let you in too much
Thank
weirdness
you.
of mine.
Thank you.
Abby's making me do things
we
that
love you
shouldn't.
like that.
Hey.
I talk about
I feel like
myself
I
too.
feel like this conversation was too serious today. So
Yeah,
maybe
it
we
was
can dance
serious.
it off. Abby?
Oh, let's do
Man behind the camera. What should we do?
Nothing has been in my mouth. Please help me get it out of my mouth.
Yo with the purr. Purr.
Well, guys, thank you for joining
for
us. I
watching.
hope it was
We promise next week we will be less serious.
We'll bring. What should we bring? Fashion. You guys like relationships too much.
But
The
wait,
comments have been.
guys, you have to start putting in our what's it called? Our comments about how we blend. We didn't plan this.
We never plan our outfits.
We didn't plan this outfit. I showed up.
Just show up. And
look at my
somehow
skin. Look at Pastor's daughter showing skin.
Was here.
Yeah. So this is how the outfit is. It's got like this ashore downstairs, shorts, and then the top. But hers is like in the road, very similar.
Yeah, I've got more of it in my hero.
Yeah, she's got at the bottom of the hero as well. And
of the hero.
Yes. This is called Hero and Booba.
Hero and Booba.
And we didn't plan it.
And honestly, we didn't plan it, guys.
We didn't plan it. This is what you say when you vibe off each other and the spirit is one.
Yes.
And this was what happens when you speak often. Because somehow the energy will just be like,
it'll be
paper.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you
guys later.
See you.
Lots of love.
Thank you for joining us. Enjoy. See you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.